tiny Sungrazer comet discovered, photographed, and destroyed, all during the historic total solar eclipse over North America. On April 8, just a few hours before the total solar eclipse, an amateur astronomer discovered a small Sungrazer comet in close proximity to our home star. The newfound object was photographed during totality before disintegrating into nothingness later on the same day. The tiny Sungrazer comet was discovered, photographed, destroyed, all within 24 hours. It's one of just a handful of times a comet has been spotted during an eclipse, the experts say. On Monday, April 8, millions of people across North America watched the moon as it temporarily blocked our home star, and its dark shadow raced along the path of totality between Mexico and Canada at more than 1,500 miles an hour. The cosmic event, which was also seen from space, was particularly special because of the length of totality, the period when the sun's light was completely obscured, which lasted for up to 4 minutes and 28 seconds. In the hours leading up to the eclipse, Warachat Boomplod, an amateur astronomer based in Thailand, discovered a small comet near the sun after spotting a faint disruption picked up by the coronagraph on NASA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, SOHO for short, Space Weather Reports. The comet was named SOHO 5008. Carl Battens, an astrophysicist and computational scientist at U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C., and leader of NASA's sun-grazing comet projects, later predicted on social platform X that the tiny comet could be visible to photographers during totality, and he was right. As the moon's shadow passed above New Hampshire, amateur astronomer Lin Zichuan snapped the comet during totality, SpaceWeather.com reported. In the new image, the comet is barely visible as a minuscule blur in the dark sky. Ground-based observations of sun-grazing comets are extremely rare and only possible during eclipses, Battens wrote on X, but the comet was not visible to the naked eye, he said. And later the same day, astronomers lost track of SOHO 5008 as it likely disintegrated after getting too close to the sun. Like most other Sungrazers eventually do, Space Weather reports, due to the limited data collected by researchers before the comet's destruction, it is unclear how large the comet was or how close it got to the sun. Sungrazers, which are comets that pass within around 5 million miles of the sun, or around 10 times closer to the sun than Mercury, were first discovered in the late 19th century. Most Sungrazers belong to the Kreutz group, which are believed to be fragments of a giant comet that exploded around 2,000 years ago, according to Space Weather. And this is not the first time a Sungrazer has been photographed during an eclipse. During the December 14 solar eclipse above Argentina and Chile in 2020, Comet C220X3, or SOHO 3524, which was also discovered by Boomplod, was photographed sailing towards the sun. Experts believe this Sungrazer, which was observed for a longer period, was around 50 feet wide and traveling at 450,000 miles an hour, according to NASA. SOHO 5008 was not the only comet that photographers were hunting for during the eclipse. Cryovolcano Comet 12P Pons Brooks, as we know as known as the Devil Comet, was also expected to be visible via cameras and potentially even to the naked eye. However, this hellish comet proved to be much harder to spot than anticipated, Business Insider reports. If you missed the recent eclipse, don't worry, it's still possible to rewatch NASA's live stream of the event. This is by Harry Baker on Live Science. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.